Hi, I'm Danielle Montgomery, and I'm recording this video for week 10 of my journal entries from my arts and community class. This week, we went down to the Iowa City Downtown District office, which is right at the Penn Mall, and we discussed public art and how to get involved, community, a broader sense of what public art is, and how we can get involved. So I forgot the guy's name, but we met with him and he handed us these, which just have a lot of data and stuff about how the community involvement has created a lot more, I guess, attraction to the city. I guess you can say there's been a lot more, yeah, a lot more involvement at these events, and it has other stats like how many bikes there are in the city, and well, that basically tells them that a lot of people like to bike. How many vehicles there are in the city tells them how many people like to drive. A lot of pedestrians as well. Um, yeah, they're also focused on getting more women-owned businesses, more offices, more restaurants, and more retail stores. Um, I guess in the community, but working with them as well. Yeah. And while talking to him, I jotted down some notes. Basically, I just wrote down the process of getting involved um, with local businesses and trying to liven up the city because Iowa City is a very small place and it's not that, well, it is pretty. It's just not that colorful, like you said. Like, I mean, like now there's a lot more murals, but I'm sure like years ago it was just pretty dull looking, pretty drab. But the local people liked it. So, but now there's a lot more murals and stuff. And he talked. So the process is usually looks like this: either a business or a local, I guess, institution like reaches out to them, or they reach out to them, and they suggest like doing a mural or something fun to like attract more customers. And if it all works out, then they go ahead and plan it. It's usually like it's not just like one side like doing all the ideas. He talked about how it's like both the business and the people working on the mural have to work together to do something they like. Because if the business was just doing it, they probably just want a colorful sign with their logo on it or whatever. And if the people in the community who are doing a mural were doing it, they probably want something really extreme and colorful, which the business might not like. So they have to find like a happy medium so that both the business and the people working on the mural can feel very accomplished. Um, yeah, and they also have to do research too about the business to see what I guess might convey or signify, like I guess whatever it is that business wants, like the fire station and how it's been around for so long. Maybe instead of like having a whole bunch of Dalmatians and fire trucks in the mural, they can do something based on like historical references, like how maybe they could do a mural of how the first fire station used to look or whatever. Like, so I think there's a lot of research that goes into it. And yeah, you just work on capturing what that business wants to convey. That's a big part of like doing community work with businesses. Um, and then you talked about private property versus civic property. It's a lot easier to get to do something with a private property like someone's home or a business they own and the land they own on it, instead of doing like civic property like the fire station, because then you have to go through like a whole bunch of like people to get to be able to do that work. But with it, like private property, you can just be like you could go to the owner of the house or business and be like, hey, can I do this? And they'd be like, sure. And then you get a start like a lot faster than if you were going through someone or a business that was on a civic property, and then you had to go through all these other people to finally get to do the mural. It takes a longer time. I just thought that was really interesting. Now I know that if I ever wanted to like get my house painted, they can do it really fast, which is cool. I would love to paint my house. I can't paint my apartment because it's not mine, but I would love to paint my house if I ever got a house here. But yeah, um, so I feel it's community based work, obviously, because you're working directly in the community with businesses and people who live within the community. And I also feel like I also think that it has a broad focus because you're not just doing it for one demographic or to convey one idea or to capture one image. You're doing it to convey a lot of images, different images to I don't know, for like just because like you have to work with lots of people, you're not just doing one image or one conveying one thing. You're conveying multiple things that the people in the community want to see. So yeah, it's definitely it's a definitely has a broad focus. Um, yeah, and I feel like in a way I can apply it to my own life, my own writing, because I can always get involved with the community. If they're ever doing like a mural, I would definitely do a mural. I just like to paint stuff. I'm not a good painter, but I definitely like to paint stuff. Like I could just, I don't know, draw some cute hearts on the wall. Or if they were doing, like you talked about the ribbons on the fence, I would do that. That seems really cool. And then like maybe like, just yeah, do that and other stuff in the community. I think that'd be really fun. With my writing, I could incorporate some of the stuff that he talked about in that, like when he talked about the process of going through um, finding people, like reaching out and like being able to work in the community to do murals and stuff. I thought that was really cool, and I can apply it to my own writing because maybe if I ever wanted to do like a poetry reading, or if I ever wanted to like set up a writing workshop or a reading, I think that would be really cool. I know lots of businesses, especially in Iowa City, do that, like Prairie Lights or High Ground. They have readings and poetry readings and poetry contests all the time, and they have lots of authors who come in and do readings. And if I ever wanted to do something like that, I could either like go out and I guess sign up to be a part of contests at the cafes and to do a poetry reading there. Or if I didn't want to do a contest, I could just do like a normal reading. Like maybe if there's like an open mic, I could do that. They always have that going on in the community that I can get involved in, and I can share my writing with others, which I think could be cool. But I'm really kind of, I guess, shy at the same time, but I'll get over that. It's yeah. Anyways, thank you for listening, and yeah, thanks.